the channel from the latest Marvel Legends totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure wave, we've got Karnak and we've got Commander Rogers.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today, from the totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure wave, we've got Commander Rogers and we've got Karnak. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. And that's exactly what I did as these came in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. I swooped in, picked them up, and here we are today. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And let's start off with old Commander Rogers. It wouldn't be a regular Marvel Legends wave without an Iron Man or a Captain America figure, would it? Would it? Well, today we got Commander Rogers instead. Now, we did get a Commander Rogers like this many years ago, and it's one of those ones I passed on that was on my long game list. I said, I'll get that one of those days. I'll get it one of those days. I never got around to it. Well, now I don't have to anymore. So there's a new version. The new model for 2023 is out on the streets right now. So there it is, old Commander Rogers, looking like Commander Rogers. This is what he looks like right there. Kind of feels like Captain America, but no, it's Commander Rogers. You got the Marvel logo down low. You got the glamour shot, of course. Cardboard packaging here, plastic-free is what we call it. And then, of course, the plastic is coming back in 2024, as we do know. Marvel Legends, of course, on the side there. You got the old cross-sell, I guess. You got the checklist, whatever you want to call it. Not as exciting as years past, I would say. Little artwork on the side there for old Commander Rogers. And then, of course, the back of the package there, you got old Commander Rogers. Once again, looking only like Commander Rogers could look in a Marvel Legends wave. Then you got a bunch of jibber-jabber down here. Build a figure piece, and you're off to the old proverbial races from there. So let's pull Commander Rogers out, see what all the fuss is about. There's always fuss with Commander Rogers. If we can get this. Bam, there we go. All right, now we're getting down to business here. Package, see you later, goodbye, all the way out there. Little Spider-Man style, bam, see you later, goodbye. All right, cardboard, see you later, once again, cardboard. Now we get the old parchment paper. Everybody loves a little parchment paper. There you go, you save this, you bake some cookies in the oven with, bam, see you later, goodbye. Choose your own adventure, as we say. And Commander Rogers is out. All right, interesting right off the bat. See you later. Got something I totally forgot about with this one here. Now, we do get the big old Immortal Hulk head, a big old head for Hulk here. Of course, we'll talk about that very much at the end of the week when we unbox everybody, and then we'll do a little rankings video like we usually do here on the channel, but we'll also build that Hulk figure in that same very video. But we do get Commander Rogers, his shield, and this is a different Captain America shield here, a little bit of newness to this one. It is clear plastic here. Of course, you got the red circles, the blue, the star, very Captain America-like, of course, but definitely different, a little bit smaller maybe. Maybe it's just the translucent, the see-throughness of this all, I'm not exactly sure. It definitely looks different here. Usual peg on the inside. You can put it in his back. You can put it on his arm. Choose your own shield adventure at the end of the day. But definitely something different for this Commander Rogers figure. Now we get old Commander Rogers out of the package. And I will say, first thing, you know, sometimes you pick up a figure right off the bat. Man, he feels sturdy. He feels very stiff. That's not a bad thing. I don't like loose figures right out of the package. This is very, very stiff. No loose joints of any kind. Just feeling very, very nice in hand. It's got a nice feel to it, a nice presence, a nice stance to this figure right off the bat. Definitely looks very tactical. Looks like he's going on a mission of some kind. It just looks like he's missing a mask or a helmet of something as well. But he did come to throw down. He's got 2 fists of fury right out of the package here. He's throwing haymakers all day long. A little bit interesting. No extra hands with this one. Just 2 fists. So you don't have a gripping hand. Kind of feels a little weird. I'm all for the fist. You know that. But I feel like you need at least 1 fist and maybe 1 gripping hand. But it is what it is. It's 2 fists of fury, which isn't terrible, and he's throwing a lot of punches, of course, but definitely interesting on this one here. But he does got his kind of blue jumpsuit going on. You got the white paint around the torso up there. You got stars all over the place. Got a little vest holster over the top here as well. Very interesting. I guess it does hold his shield on the back here, but if you're not holding your shield, you're just kind of wearing straps for no reason. So you almost have to plug that shield back there, because why would you wear this without it? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm looking a little too far into things there. He does got a matching belt here that's kind of free-flowing over the top as well. We've seen these before. All kinds of straps going on. A nice silver belt buckle, and it looks like 1-2 pockets going on. Little Commander Rogers pockets is what we're going to call him here, but not a lot of extra artillery or anything like that. No weapons with this Commander Rogers. His only weapon is his fist and his shield. That's all he's going to need, apparently, there. Big old brown boots going on. Nice strapping throughout. Nice sculpting and strapping. Looks good. You get the brown over down to the black shoes. I'm here for that. That looks okay. Articulation-wise, let's walk through it. You got the arms all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, unfortunately not pinless here. We got the pins in there. Hands back, forth, side to side. He does got a little wrist gauntlet there that can be removed if you'd like to. He does got the ab crunch, of course. Waist articulation. Head, back, forth, side to side. Plenty of movement on old Commander Rogers in the head department here. Big splits. Actually, not the biggest of splits. I've seen bigger. I've seen bigger gymnast splits in my time. He does get the thigh cut. Double jointed knees, but you do got the pins in the knees. You got the red racing stripe down the leg, of course. Then ankles back, forth, side to side. Beautiful ankle articulation on this one here. Looking at his head, and I guess we'll do the ringside test. Does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. What do you know? He fits right there on the stand perfectly there. But definitely looks interesting. It looks like you could pop this head off and you could almost have this as kind of a shield agent or something like that if you really wanted to. Obviously, it's Commander Rogers here in this incarnation. But I'm not sure if everybody would know right off the bat who this is. Some people might, especially the shield's going to help, but some people might think it's Captain America. Some might just think it's a soldier of some kind. So it is kind of up to interpretation on how deep your knowledge goes in collecting, I guess, or Marvel fandom, more like it. But looking at the head here, definitely looks like, I guess, Commander Rogers, kind of. Maybe a little bulkier than I imagine. Maybe just a hair. Got the blonde hair looking nice. Looks like something my grandma would allow in her house. She'd say, hey, this guy's got a haircut. He can come right in. My grandma and I used to play a game back in the day. Can this guy come in with this hairdo? No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Oh, yeah, he could come in with that hairdo. He could definitely come in my grandma's house right here. But definitely looks good. He's got a little of that butt chin going on there. No smile, a very kind of determined look on his face. 2 blonde eyes. And then you got the raised eyebrows there, so he is at attention here. But it's definitely not a terrible Commander Rogers here. And I was thinking it was very similar to the 20th anniversary Captain America figure. I was thinking it was maybe the same head sculpt here. Boy, no, it is not the same. I thought it was possibly, but definitely the hair is different parts. Definitely different heads here, and theoretically you could switch these heads around if you really wanted to, pop them off, mix, match and forth, do whatever you want to here, but definitely similar but different, we're going to call this one here in the head sculpt department there. But definitely cool, and like I said, I missed out on the one way back in the day for whatever reason. I don't even know what my excuse was at the time. It was just in that kind of long game pile there, and I said, I'll get to it eventually, I'll get to it eventually. Never did, and now the time has come. He's in my collection now. And Commander Rogers, not bad. Is it the greatest? No. Is it all right? Yeah, it's all right. It's a middle-of-the-road one. I don't know if it's super high on everybody's list, but it is still a good-looking figure at the end of the day. Now we got one, and it seems like early feedback on this line, that Karnak was the most wanted one. Of course, one of the Inhumans. A little bit of a ninja in some ways. I'm not the super familiar with the Inhumans. I mean, I've read a little bit of it. I remember watching the show on ABC back in the day, like 8 years ago, whatever it was. What is time, as we do say. And I don't think he was in the show, was he? I'm trying to remember back. I don't remember him if he was. But a lot of people are looking for this, and a lot of us would like to fill out our teams. It's all about building that team. Well, Karnak helps build out the Inhumans. Let's get the rest of the Inhumans. Let's get us a big old lockjaw. Hopefully that comes in 2024. But Karnak's an interesting one. I do have a bent packaging here, a little beat up packaging. Man, got to get a deal all day long. When you're buying at Big Bad Toy Store, like I did for this, always look, there's always like collector's grade, standard grade, and substandard grade. Well, when I saw these come in stock, there was a bunch of the Wave that was substandard, and everyone was like $1 or $2 cheaper than normal. I said, you know what? I'm going to save money all day long. I got to get a deal out there. You know, you save $8, $10, whatever. It all adds up at the end of the day. I'm opening these. I don't really care about the packaging so much. Obviously, I don't want them totally torn to shreds. I'd like to check it out. But for what I'm doing here and for what I need, this is fine with me. I'll save $2 all day long and twice on Sunday. And that's my pro tip of the day right there. But there's old Karnak in the cardboard packaging there. Looking interesting, looking like a Karnak, looking like a young Johnny Carson is what he looks like a little bit. I guess they spell it differently, but you know what I mean. If you were a little kid like I was watching Johnny Carson with your grandpa back in the day. Marvel logo on the front as well, Marvel Legends, of course. Totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure. There he is in the old checklist. Little old school classic artwork there on the side. And then on the back, not a whole lot going on the back, honestly. There's nothing really going on the back, per usual here. But let's pull them out of the package here. Let's get the old blade out. Let's cut this real nice. Pull out the old cardboard action. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. Cardboard. Karnak. All right. Karnak's locked in here. He is a bit of a ninja in some ways. See you later. He's got all the sick moves if he needs to. There it goes. Bam! See you later, goodbye. And let's see. Oh, we got pieces. We got pieces of Hulk. Bam! See you later, goodbye. All right, we got a full-on arm for Hulk right there. It's totally awesome, if you ask me. I do like the green color on this, so we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then we do get a fist, because Hulk, what's a Hulk without a fist, really, at the end of the day? But we do got that right there. Speaking of fists, we got fists with Karnak. He does got a fist and a chop in hand. He's going to give the old karate chop right there. So we got those. So, of course, he's got those on his hands. Mix and match, move back and forth, whatever you want to do. Nice human-like hands, we'll call it, with the nice white skin tone going on here, and then a nice green band. I guess we'll call it a band around his hands. Almost looks like an old knuckle duster right there from the old playground back in the day. Oh, when the brass knucks came out on the playground, it was always a fun day. Oh no, you're not gonna believe this. I have my first Marvel Legends paint air. Can you believe this? So we unbox a lot of stuff on the channel here. This is the first time I've had a quality defect. Gosh, I don't know when the last time I had a quality defect was, but I am missing half the paint on his mustache. Can you believe that? What are we doing? That is absolutely brutal. Oh my gosh, he's just got one half of his mustache painted. Man, what are we doing here? Man, oh man, and that's one of those things. Plastic-free packaging hurts collectors, hurts a lot of people because you're not getting what you should have got in the package, unfortunately. So, man, that is absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. It is the end of the world. Should I throw this across the room? Should I throw it? No, I mean, I'm going to try to take that step back. Obviously, I'm not very happy about this because now I got to do a bunch of extra work. I got to call up the Hasbro line and say, hey, and they're going to say, well, we don't have Karnak in stock, but we can send you something else. They're going to send me something that I already have. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But, man, that's pretty much a bummer, I'm going to say. That is a bummer right there. Very, very disappointing. I don't know, but you know, anything that is mass-produced, I always say, I'm sticking up for Hasbro here, I'm sticking up for all the companies, all the big companies, everybody, because everything that is mass-produced, there's always going to be some error along the way. I don't care if we're talking food, action figures, clothes, whatever. I guess you just hope you don't get the dice rolled in your direction like I did right here, so man, that is pretty rough. I wish I was like a Dave Wheeler type, I could just pencil that in really quick, but I'm not that good, but we're going to tread on, we're going to power on through this review, and we'll see what happens here. But we do get old Karnak here, a big old egg-like head. Almost reminds me, it was a Fantastic Four Toy Biz line. Back in the day, was it The Wizard? Was that his name? Kind of reminds me they could do some reuse out of this guy, maybe, possibly, we'll see. But a big old helmet going on in green there. Got a green kind of mask, got the white beady eyes. Got a half of a mustache. Very interesting look. I wouldn't recommend it, but apparently it works for him here in this figure. Very small frame on him, very small figure as well, very skinny figure. Kind of like a ninja though. A lot of ninjas are skinny. You don't see a lot of big ninjas, be it big fat guys or big muscular guys. You just don't see that in the ninja variety. It's discrimination in a lot of ways, if you ask me. But interesting enough here, of course, white and green throughout, very kind of bland colors, but he makes it work. He makes it work. He owns the color as his own. He's got his Kansas City A's colors way back in the day. Shout out to the old Kansas City A's. Articulation, we do get the butterfly shoulders on this one. We do get the arms that go all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Unfortunately, we got the pins in there, and we're a little bit gummy. We're a little bit gummy in the joints. Back and forth, side to side, and the old fist of fury there. Of course, nice big green forearm protector. Big old abs on him. He does got the ab crunch going on. Waist articulation. Big old splits as well. Thigh cut. double jointed knees. We got the pins in the knees, of course. Boot. Oh my gosh, no boot cut. I was expecting a boot cut for some reason. Ankles back forth, side to side. Nice base on the ankles down here for old Karnak. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Fits good on there as well. Not too shabby, but really takes you out of the game a little bit when you get a paint application issue like this. Little bit disappointing, lot bit disappointing actually, because you pay your hard-earned money. I paid 22 bucks or whatever it was for this thing, and to not get a full-on figure the way you were supposed to get it, just not very good. And obviously, I understand it a little bit more than some, and probably you guys do as well, but I can see a lot of kids out there being disappointed, things like that, if things like that happen. So it's going to happen. It's just unfortunate when your number is called and it happens to you at the end of the day. So that's where I'm kind of sitting with that one there. But old Karnak, good to have another Inhuman, and we talked about it. I think these were Walgreens exclusives back in the day. You got old Medusa right here as everything falls over on me. We got old Medusa there, and then, of course, Black Bolt. And I believe that's it for Marvel Legend Inhumans for the most part right now. We'll see if they can build the team out a little bit more. Wouldn't be shocked to see an updated Black Bolt. It's funny how out of date this one kind of feels after all these years here, but that's kind of time. It keeps marching on, and things change. Body technology changes in the action figure game, and it's time for a new Black Bolt, I think. I can see him on the Vulcan body for sure. But definitely cool to get some more Inhumans. Hopefully this isn't the end. Hopefully we get some more fairly soon. And Commander Rogers kind of is what he is for me. It's not terrible, not the best, not the worst. Somewhere in the middle. I'd say that's kind of for both of these guys. Between the two, Karnak's probably my favorite just because I like building out teams and I like to get a new character in my collection, even if he has a half a mustache. So there you go. There's Karnak. There's Commander Rogers. What are your thoughts in the comments down below? Let me know what you think about these two figures. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. Don't forget about the Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, you name it, it's all going on down over there in the old Patreon channel. And it's the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Inhumans and Commander Rogers, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.